Boo! Boo! I'm not convinced that booing is the noise you want to hear when you have announced the winner of a 40-man battle royale. That's what happened, though, at the end of MLW Battleriot 7. It was an odd little, large event. You've got Joe Dombrowski with Austin Aries. Now, I really miss Austin Aries. Lost sight and track of him. And it was really good to hear him doing a kind of Jesse Ventura, hard-boiled and hard-bitten, grouchy colour man. That was great. Because no one's doing that kind of guerrilla Jesse Ventura type thing at the moment. So that was great. And there was quite a lot, as we know with MLW, of lucha stuff. So to start with, we had, get this, Barbario Cannavario, Magnus, and Ultimo Guerrero versus Atlantis and Atlantis Jr., who was only allowed to be Atlantis Jr. fairly recently, and Star Jr. Jr. It was really good, actually. It was a fast-paced, really nice paced match. You know, really nicely wrangled, actually, with a lot of stuff around Atlantis' mask. And Ultimo Guerrero getting the mask and actually about to take it off, then puts it back on again, teases the crowd, takes it off, puts it back on again. All of that, and an awful lot of offense being taken by Atlantis Jr. Yeah, including a very odd quads kick to Atlantis Jr. You got quite a lot of them. It looks like you're kicking him in the twig and berries. And the Ultimo Guerrero baseball slide dropkick, which Atlantis Jr. waited on the apron for ages for. It was he was just celebrating with the crowd, Ultimo Guerrero, and so Magnus got a finger bite. There was all sorts of good, of interesting and nasty and also well wrangled stuff, like the Star Junior outside in neckbreaker, like that a lot. And then Atlantis Jr. got the splash for the pin. It wasn't a bad way to start, actually. Of course, one thing you know is that Matt Riddle, he didn't go to Memphis when he was booked to be in the Memphis 3-weekly special event. What was it called? Anyway, he was supposed to be there and he wasn't. They had to get James Storm in. Is the story. Might not be right, but surely somebody can tell me if it's not. He will have to, later on, be in the Battleriot, 40-man over the top Battleriot, and he's got to win to keep the title. It's the first time it's ever, like 1992 at the Royal Rumble, the first time it's ever been decided at Battleriot. Yes, now, no man has ever won it twice, and he won it last year, so no man has ever won it twice, or won it 2 years on the run. That will also be known as consecutively, Steve. Consecutively. So Riddle's got, he's really up against it, folks. He's really up against it, Riddle. He's not going to win. I mean, as Austin Aries tells us, he's got about a 2% chance of winning, so he's not going to win. Right, so we've got Himawari versus Janai Kai. It was all right. Himawari she does that thing where she's got the double braids and she hits people with it. And Janai Kai, who was the cool killer in the featherweight women's division, got beaten by Del Miexo at the last event but one maybe, and has not been so great since then. Now, spoiler alert, she got the pin, but really, she suffered a bit. She sold those braids being smacked. She hit a lot of kicks to the back because that's what she likes to do. Crowd were a little bit quiet for this. I liked Janai Kai's Kojima clutch with the braid wrapped around the neck of Himawari. That was lovely. We did the 3-arm drop. 1, 2. She's fighting back. She's hulking up. Yeah. And I did like the way that Janai Kai agreed to sell those braid shots. A nasty neck breaker as well from Himawari, which is quite nice to see. And she didn't, and a single leg crab, which was nice, but she didn't get the pin. There was a nasty roundhouse kick from Janai Kai that got the pin. And Mads Kruger is going to be, from Country, you know, he's going to be in the Battleriot, is he? I even turned it up and I still couldn't hear it. It wasn't ideal. But now, let me tell you though, this is offered free on YouTube, and that's great because the production values were aspirationally high. They weren't actually, I mean, sometimes it didn't work that well. We had a bit of glitching going on. We had a picture that was stuck there for a while. We had Dombrowski and Austin Aries really echoey in the audio. We had a bit of that going on as well, which wasn't great. But yeah, we also had the Cesar Duran and Serena De La Renta stuff. I just don't want any of that. And we also had Sessions by Saint Laurent, which is kind of like a funeral parlour, barber shop. It's not Piper's Pit, I'll tell you that. It's not of that quality. Out come Riddle and his mate Tom Lawler, the Filthy Bros, who want to tell us that they're both in Battleriot and they feel quite calm about it. Cue Saint Laurent hitting Lawler with a pipe, it looked like, and then Dijak and the new Baron Corbin. Yeah, Bishop Dyer, because he is generally Dyer. You should have called him something else, because it allows people like me to make jokes like that. And it's the first time he's really been able to do what he wants in his career. And you didn't go to AEW? Okay then, so he and Dijak, who of course is also from NXT, well, WWE, attack Riddle. So of course he's going to be in terrible trouble in the Battleriot. Spoiler alert, folks, he's got taped ribs, but he doesn't sell them in any way, shape or form. That's not good work. Okay, before we get there, we've got Esfinge versus Hachikero versus Templario. I do like Templario doing his sword in the stone type thing as he comes down the aisle and then bringing us a sword to the ring. Of course, he gives it to the ref. He doesn't use it. Cut your arm off. Oh, that'd be a pin then, wouldn't it? Or maybe even a tap out. Oh, I can't tap. I've got no arm. Anyway, I mean, I enjoyed it. Lots of excellent avoidance to begin with. There was an Esfinge spinning kick, a power slam, a dragon screw, which is always nice. Esfinge and Templario traded chops. I liked Hechikero's surfboard with Austin Aries really bigging that up, actually. I liked his step-up knee. And then he got the head scissors and rolled, I think it was Templario, around the ring in that leg scissors. Big Esfinge splash. Wheelbarrow suplex from Templario. Nasty armbar. And a lean back on it. And I have to say, he got such torque on it that many people would have thought, why would you tap to that? Well, you tap because it was bloody well painful, I expect. So he extended the arm and then just leaned back. It didn't even bridge. He leaned back into it and you could see it was really, really painful. Now, Shoko Nakajima is only small, but she has cardboard cutout or cardboard created buildings to stomp on as she comes out like some kind of beast, like a sort of Godzilla type thing, I suppose. But she's facing Delmi Exo for the Featherweight Championship. Delmi Exo has got a face on her throughout. Now, I don't know. I really don't know, but I just thought, why are you looking so discontented? And then Nakajima won. And I thought, okay, maybe that's why you were looking discontented. I don't know. I really don't know. But I was wondering because she's supposed to be, unless I've missed something and she's going heel, but she was supposed to be a face. She beat Janai Kai, the big heel, really. So yes, there was a very nice Nakajima headstand out to a leg scissors to a toe hold. That was nice. Some Del Exo kicks, a nice missile drop kick, which excited the crowd slightly because they've been quite quiet till then. Nakajima hit a rather too close drop kick and then a very nice slingshot Hurricane Rana Rana into a DDT. It's beautiful, beautiful. There were cheers for her cannonball over the top, and Del Exo hit a cutter and a backbreaker on each knee. She didn't half look angry at this point. Fought the Delmi driver, did Nakajima, and tried to cover. Then she got a nasty DDT. Crowd were really into her by this point. Got a swanton and the pin. I was surprised. I didn't think that Delmi Exo would lose the belt to somebody who's not from MLW, because you've got a Japan and Mexican, taste to this, haven't you? In the meantime, we have backstage stuff. The Bumaye Fight Club and the New Age, what they call the New Age Horsemen, whatever they're called. And then there was the stuff with Cesar Duran, which was just terrible. And it really was actually awful. Somebody took the belt. Who was it? I can't remember. Someone took the belt. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I couldn't be bothered to go back and have a look. Now, your Battleriot. It's over the top rope. Tap outs, weapons, and pins are also available. And really what you've got is, so you go over the top, both feet hit the floor. That's very important for what happens later, folks. You can also go over the top. You also be eliminated, should I say. Well, you can go over the top in the ring, can't you? You can go over the top with your moves. But they can be eliminated by pins and tap outs and all of that. I mean, it's an event, isn't it? It's an event. And, Hammerstone, didn't he, when he left last, didn't he go to Impact? Well, he's back, folks. Maybe only for tonight, but he's back. I suspect he's back completely. He starts with this, with Raj Desi, two big fellas. They stay in for quite a long time. But what you've got is the wrestlers you've already seen being used. So Atlantis Jr., well, all of them. Atlantis Jr. and Barbario, Cannavario, and did all right, actually. And Atlantis Senior and all of that. Sfinge, and I don't think Templario was in it. Maybe he got too tired and he couldn't be in it. But anyway, things to look out for. A Hammerstone Tower of Doom, which was very nice. Akira Kwan kicking Star Jr. right in the twig and berries. But the twig and the berries were tweaked on that. I quite like the way that Barbario Cannavario walked straight into a boot, fell over and did the worm. The crowd really like him. He is popular. Not as popular, though, as Blue Panther. Now, whenever anybody was trying to get him out, there were boos. Whether they were a good guy or a bad guy, there were boos. That is not always what you need. I mean, the crowd were loving it, but it sort of unbalanced things a bit. I liked the Magnus, who was also in it. We'd seen him before, of course. Cutter, double underhook backbreaker was very nice. Juicy Finale made an entrance. Headbutts to Hammerstone. Ultimo Guerrero was caught on the top, slammed by Desi. And then Ultimo Guerrero picked him up. Big bloke he is. Raj Desi is huge. And he picked him up in a stalling suplex. As Austin Aries says, low centre of gravity. Yeah, but bloody hell, man. Bloody hell. Blue Panther and Atlantis have apparently had a feud which has gone through the ages. And when Atlantis went to attack Blue Panther, he looked as if to say, you're not supposed to do that here. I'm really shocked that you did it. I'm really shocked. He backs away and doesn't do anything for a while. It's a bit odd, A bit weird. Now, you've got Okamura is in there with a nasty draping cutter. That was good. I like that. And a head scissors driver from Hechikero. That was lovely. Ariel Dominguez was in. He's much smaller than Desi, but he almost put him out. Blue Panther hit a Super Rana, which everyone loved. Mr. Thomas was in and put 3 out. Hammerstone picked up Juicy Finau for the world's strongest slam and put him out as well. Beautiful. He then, it got to the point where there were only 2 of them left halfway through this match. It was Hammerstone and Mr. Thomas. So Hammerstone hit the nightmare pendulum on him, can't follow through, and you really saw the way that he did it very graciously and smoothly and hit it beautifully on a big opponent, Mr. Thomas. Journey Fatu is then out. He's apparently the younger brother of Jacob Fatu, who won't like Hammerstone. He tells the crowd to quieten down and tries to talk to him. Don't know why, because you got shots traded and a Journey Fatu headbutt. Bobby Fischer was attacked by Mr. Thomas on the way in. He'd been put out by this time, Mr. Thomas, but that didn't seem to bother him. He stayed around, no one asked him to leave, and he didn't half attack a few people while he was out there as well. CJ Anderson is the first person out with a weapon. He's got a crowbar. Chris Adonis comes out. The master of the master lock. Yeah. Journey Fatu is put out by Hammerstone. Adonis and Hammerstone do a pose down until Adonis just kicks him in the twig of berries. Go on, son. But can't get the master lock on because Hammerstone is so wide. As wide as the Sargasso Sea, basically. Paul Walter Hauser's then in. Got a new movie coming out. Never heard of it. And comes with a shopping trolley full of weapons. Just throws them all in, including pliers, which then are used on him. Do not pick them out if you can't actually use them yourself. Adonis slams Hammerstone onto a chair. BRG is then in. Mr. Thomas attacks him on the way in. Yeah. With a kendo stick. The crowd want tables. Matt Riddle is in with his ribs taped. But as I say, he gives no inkling or gives us no kind of selling that he has bad ribs or anything like that. It's really not very good, you know. Brock Anderson, spine buster to Mr. Thomas. Riddle puts Thomas out. Paul London is out. I do like Austin Aries saying, is he wearing a jumpsuit? It's great. London helps Riddle when he's master locked on the towards the apron area. He then eliminates Adonis, does Riddle. Looks completely uninjured, I have to say. Right. Alex Kane's then in, suplex to Hammerstone, knee to Kane from Hammerstone. Kane pops up, delivers a suplex. And then there's they trade suplexes, basically. Justice is in with a ladder, fights with the Horseman outside. Brock Anderson is busted open. And then there's a burning hammer to Alex Kane for a long 2 count. That's from Hammerstone. Justice goes over the top into the weapon cart. And the whole idea is that he's not supposed to touch the ground. Clearly touches both feet down. And nobody says a word. I call bullshit on that, don't you? But there you go. I'm sure I saw it, you know. You've got Bishop Dyer in, because he is. Finisher, end of days. He and Kane square up. Dyer eliminates Kane. Then wants Hammerstone. What a surprise. Kushida's in with a nice handspring drop kick. Hammerstone and Riddle trade a bit. Shane Haste's in. Goes for Hammerstone, high drop kick. Nice spine buster though from Hammerstone. Hauser's off the ladder onto BRG on the outside. There's a holy shit champ for that because he was quite high up. In comes Kruger with a chainsaw. Austin Aries, finally. It's as if I really want some dude to bring a chainsaw in. At last. Justice gets some kendo stick shots that made him drop the chainsaw. They just stand around and all watch until Riddle gets that chainsaw out of there. So, Kruger eliminates Justice through a table. And Hammerstone goes. He's put out by loads and his face is like this. Apparently, according to Joe Dombrowski, the look on Hammer's face could fill an entire novel, an entire autobiography. He's like this. And the crowd, absolutely silent, even though they watch him looking back longingly at that. In comes Tom Lawler, actually hobbling. Well done for selling, mate. Goes for the big man. Dominic Dijak's in with Saint Laurent, who's on commentary. I think Joe Dombrowski calls him, Saint Laurent calls him Jonathan Dijak at one point. At least get the first name right, mate. He is one of your chargers. Dijak makes no immediate impact, but Anthony Green, who hits a corkscrew forearm, and Titus Alexander, who goes after Green and hits a dropkick and a springboard cutter, do make an impact. And then Kruger and Dijak. Kruger can't stand up to the hits. Dr. Dax is here. We haven't seen him in years. In, then out very quickly. Joe Dombrowski says that Riddle is in pain. He's fighting through the pain. Can't see it. He eliminates Green, and they're both jumped over the top. Him and Lawler, they both eliminate Green. Lawler's gone, Riddle holds on. Lawler's gone, Riddle holds on. Then you've got Dijak and Baron and Kruger circling Riddle, which looks rather good. Out comes RVD. Yes, Rob Van Dam. He is your last entrant. He certainly is. Is he the last one? Yes, he is. That's right. And he eliminates Dyer. He eliminates Dijak. So really, he's showing a lot better than Riddle. They hug, then they trade. There's a high knee, a suplex from RVD. He misses a moonsault. Riddle is apparently in agony, should I say. RVD gets the chant, gets the leg drop and the rolling thunder, goes up top, and Riddle just throws him off the top and celebrates to boos. And he doesn't look happy. In fact, he looks pretty pissed off, to be honest. It was a funny, odd event. Fun for some of the wrong reasons, but it allows hacks like me to talk about it. And that's one of the reasons why I watch MLW, not just for the wrestling. Ta-ta.